Hands on your knees or on your lap. And as you start to deepen your breath, notice where you're breathing. This last week, since I've been kind of, my anxiety, it's definitely coming and going. But I noticed I've been doing a lot of breathing up here. Kind of getting my shoulders up by my ears, getting all tightened up. So see if you can take your shoulders back and relax your shoulder blades down your back. And try to draw your breath in deeper so you're breathing here in your low back and belly. Your ribs are expanding, not up here, getting your shoulders going. Keeping your shoulders down and away from your ears. And just start to take smooth, even breaths, trying to give all of your attention to your breath now. Inhaling length of your spine without letting your shoulders rise up. And on your exhale, relaxing through your face, your jaw, your brow, your throat. Notice your focus. Notice the inner voice in your mind. Can you put all of your attention or most of your attention on your breath here? Just allowing your mind a few seconds of stillness and quiet. Now let's start to move with our breath. Bring your arms up with your inhale. And then on your exhale, bring them down, kind of drawing them back. Reach out front. Big inhale. On your exhale, bring your arms back and down. Inhale, take them out. Bring your arms down. Inhale out in front. Come on to hands and knees. Start to move through cat and cow. Press down with your hands to the tops of your feet. Use your inhale to draw your shoulders back and look forward. On your exhale, round your spine. And just go as slow as you want. If your back's feeling kind of stiff, take some time here. Moving through cat and cow. Notice if you can start the movement at your pelvis and then go up your spine through your neck, last. Then when you start your movement, start it at your pelvis again, go up. Do that a couple times to try to take your awareness up your spine and notice where you're feeling ease of movement and where your spine might be feeling just a little stuck, a little stiff. Starting at the pelvis, there's a big range of motion there, notice that. And then go up, feeling through your neck. Yeah. Just one more way to focus your mind inward and really move in a curious way. Start to stretch through each set of ribs. You can swing your feet to the left and stretch through the right set of ribs. Go the other way, swing your feet over to the right. Fan your awareness out from your torso. Take it through your shoulders. Maybe dipping down, drawing your shoulder blades together on your back, and then lie. Same with your hips. Bump your hips around. And then take your awareness down your arms and legs. Tuck your toes, stretch across the balls of your feet. Maybe lean forward, stretch your wrists. Maybe rock from side to side. Any kind of movement you want to take here, start to just move in an exploratory way for a couple more breaths. And then come into downward dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Look up at your hands. You want your hands a little wider than your shoulders. And I turn mine out just a little bit, not too much. See what feels most comfortable for your wrist. You can walk out the backs of your legs or really bend your knees here. Keep checking in with your neck. Downward dog is a great place to move your head around. Nod your head yes, but no, really slowly. And then walk your feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift on an inhale. Forward fold. Bend your knees. Widen your stance. Take your feet away from each other. And now even turn my toes out just a little bit. Whatever helps you get into a longer spine here. And you can sway a little bit. If your hamstrings are feeling really tight, you can bring your forearms to the tops of your knees and lengthen your spine in this way, the flat back. Bend one knee a little more than the other. What else can you find here? Three more breaths in this first forward fold. Bend your knees and relax into it. Use the very end of your exhale. Find a little more space. So when you've got all the air out of your lungs, linger around in that place for a little bit. On your next inhale, reach up. And come into mountain. So now you want your feet about hip width apart. Spread your toes, activate your arches. Pull energy up your legs. Lengthen your spine so you're standing up nice and tall. And then with your exhale, take away the rigidness. Soften the edges. So you want to stand in a powerful and dynamic way without feeling rigid here. How can you relax here in this power pose? On your inhale, reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank. Take a few breaths in high plank. We're just going to hold it here for a little while. You can come down to your knees if you'd like, or lower down anytime you want. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. So you're really engaging your core stability here. So you don't want to stick your butt out or let your belly relax. You want to draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Can you push through your heels? Maybe rock your way forward. I like to move around. Take your gaze out towards the top of your mat. And with an exhale, lower yourself down. Prop yourself up on your forearms for Sphinx. Ideally, you want your elbows under your shoulders, but if you need a little less of a back bend, take your arms a little wider and come down. So start here in Sphinx in more of a relaxed way. You can rock your hips from side to side. You may want to pull one shoulder forward and look back over the other shoulder. Starting to lengthen the muscles that run along your spine. And then start to make it a little more active. Point your tailbone down towards your heels. Engage your legs just a little bit. Pull your abdomen up, draw your shoulders back, get a little traction with your forearms. Pull your chest forward while you point your tailbone back. Makes it a lot harder. Always adding on layers of things to focus on and ways to fine-tune your posture. Inhale your chest forward, and on your exhale, lower yourself down, keeping the length. Bring your forehead all the way down to the mat. Just relax here for a few breaths, feeling the length of your spine. Prepare for a push-up. Bring your hands in right by your chest. Tuck your toes. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib and push up. And then go back to downward dog. If downward dog seems like a little much for you this morning, you can always just kind of take a break at hands and knees when we do down dog. We do it a lot. Or just do it for as long as you can, and then come down to your knees. One more exhale here. On your inhale, walk your feet forward to your hands, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Exhale your arms down by your sides, coming into mountain. Take an extra breath here. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank. Lower your knees and lift your feet. We're going to just lower down. We're going to bend our elbows, point your elbows behind you, towards the wall behind you, and lower yourself down a few inches. Then come forward through for up dog. If this feels like too deep of a back bend for you, just bend your elbows. On an exhale, push back to down dog. And once you're in downward dog, move your head around, walk out the backs of your legs. Give your breath little jobs to do. Use your inhale to engage the front side of your body. Use your exhale to lengthen the back side of your body. Exhale here. Walk your feet forward. Halfway lift with your inhale. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain, bringing your arms down with your exhale. Inhale your arms up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank and move through your vinyasa. Maybe you bring your knees down again. Lower down a few inches with your exhale. Inhale forward and through for up dog, back to down dog. When you're in downward dog, see if you can push into your hands and bring your arms right up by your ears, kind of making your neck disappear back there. And then draw your shoulder blades down away from your head and wide away from each other. That's where you ideally want your shoulders to be. Long, relaxed neck. Exhale here. Walk your feet forward with your inhale. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to high plank. Move through your vinyasa. High plank to low plank. Up dog with your inhale. Back to down dog. And take a few breaths here in downward dog. So we're moving through some sun salutations right now. This is that rhythmic movement with our breath. We're going to do one more, and then we're going to start to move through our practice. The sun salutations are here to help us link movement with breath, and they're also here to get us warmed up. So let's exhale here in down dog. Walk your feet forward to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain, bringing your arms down by your sides. Reach up with your inhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Move through your vinyasa. High plank to low. Up dog to down. Step your right foot forward and turn your left foot to the side. We're going to take warrior two. You want to feel balanced here, and then you want to bend and straighten your front knee and make sure, look down over your front knee, make sure it's pointing in the same direction as your toes. Pull your femur bones into your pelvis, lift your pelvic floor and lengthen your spine. Turn your palms up. Soften through your jaw and collarbone. So just like we were doing in mountain pose earlier. Inhale energy up, finding strength. Exhale, soften the edges. Reverse warrior, right arm goes up and back. Stretch through your right side. Try to relax your shoulders. And then extended side angles, what we're going to take next. Bring your right forearm to the top of your right thigh. If you want to take a deeper lunge, you can slide your back foot away or bend your front knee a little more. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Make a long line from your left fingertips down to your left ankle. And if you want a little more, you can use your right arm to guide your right knee open. Draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. And then we're going to take one more inhale here and come into low lunge. So come onto the ball of your back foot and take a little movement here in low lunge. Maybe straighten your front leg, or take a few big bends with your back knee. Rock your weight from front to back. Okay, we're going to step our feet together at the top of your mat. So take a big bend with your back knee. Step your feet together, halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. And come into mountain. Reach up with your inhale. Take chair, bend your knees and ankles, and start to sit. So I'm feeling like a broken record right now, but draw the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. I don't want to see you sticking your butt out here. Use it to strengthen your core. And then notice the bend of your knees and the compression at your ankles. If you're engaging core stability, you can only come down as far as your ankles let you. So notice how far that can be. Sometimes I'll bend one knee a little more than the other. Reach up. Lengthen the front side of your body. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take your vinyasa. High plank to low. Up dog. To down dog. Step your left foot forward. We're going to take warrior two on the other side. Making this shape. I'm going to turn around. Left foot's in front. Bend your left knee a few times. Make sure your knee and your toes are going the same direction. Can you push to the outside edge of your right foot and pull your femur bones in? Lengthen and soften. That's why I like to turn my palms up here. It helps find just a little more space. Take a little movement with your wrists while you're here. You've got your palms up. Can you flex and extend your wrists? Reverse, left arm goes up. Make sure your left knee is still stacked above your left ankle. Extended side angle. Bring your left forearm to the top of your left thigh. I like to widen my stance here to come into a deeper lunge. Go the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Can you still root down with the outside edge of your right foot? One more inhale, and come into low lunge. Bring your hands down to the mat. You'll have to kind of move your feet. And then start to bend your front knee and bend your back knee. Maybe you straighten your front leg a little bit, see how that feels. Take some movement here. We're going to step our feet together at the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Let's take a little balance here. Maybe take a sip of water, take a little movement, and then start to come into mountain. Feet hip width apart. Roll your shoulders back. Find that perfect balance of effort and ease, standing in a dynamic way, softening the edges. You need to use those same principles when you're practicing balance. So let's start in tree. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Come onto your left toes. Breath is smooth. Take your gaze out in front of you. Stare through something that's not moving. So you want to use your drishti, a relaxed gaze. And just practice standing on one foot. Maybe you just hover your left foot. Maybe you bring it up to the inside of your right leg. Take any type of arm variation you want to take. Try moving with your arms. And you can also try changing your gaze too if you want to challenge yourself here. Finding a little freedom. Keeping your breath smooth and steady. See if you can let your mind go completely blank here. And then come out of it. Take a little movement. Maybe take a sip of water. And then start to go back to mountain. Both feet on the mat. Weight evenly distributed through both feet. Start to shift your weight onto your left foot. Activate core stability. Draw your you-know-what up to your you-know-what. Practice your balance. Can you find a little more space here? If you activate core stability and squeeze your left glutes, you can move your upper body a little bit better. If you really want to take a lot of movement, take your leg back, maybe moving into warrior 3 or spinning open, anything you want to try here. And if you fall out of it, just rebuild. Giving your mind a break. Letting your mind just be empty here as you focus on your breath and your balance. And then step out of it, take a little movement. Let's set up for pyramid. So bring your hands to heart center. You're standing in mountain pose. Really engage your legs. You're going to step your right foot forward. I should have said that first. Step your right foot forward just a little bit. Then engage your legs. Inhale, length. On your exhale, come forward with a long spine. And then you can bring your hands down to the mat if you'd like. You can let your head hang heavy. Draw your left hip back and then pull it all the way forward. Shift your weight from front foot to back foot. What can you find here? Where are you feeling the stretch? Now lift your toes and add more strength in the front of your legs. Engage your knees and quadriceps. Stretch the back of your leg. Let's take revolved pyramid from here. Put your left hand over by your right foot, lengthen your spine, twist to your right. Lengthen your spine with your inhale, twist to your right. You might want to bring your right arm up. One more inhale. And on your exhale, bring your right hand down. Let's take a modified version of triangle pose here. Turn your left toes out. Bring your left arm up. Lengthen through your left side and your right side. You can even bring your left arm right up by your ear. You can stay here, or you can take half moon coming up on your right leg, stacking your left hip on top of your right hip. Use all those same principles that we were using in tree. Use your drishti gaze. Keep your breath smooth and steady. Activate core stability. And then step your feet together. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. And come into mountain. We're going to take pyramid pose on the other side. This time left foot's in front, right foot's in back. Toes and hips pointing towards the front edge of your mat. Engage all the muscles of your legs. Lengthen your spine. Go forward and down. And then once you're down, start to move and explore. Where are you feeling this one? Maybe up in the back of your left hamstring. Lift your toes and start to flex the front of your legs while you relax and lengthen the back of your legs. Can you lift your knees with your quadriceps? Can you engage your shins? Let's set up for revolved pyramid. Put your right hand over by your left foot, lengthen your spine, twist to your left. Can you feel a nice stretch on the outside of your left thigh, your IT band area? And feel free to move a little bit in this one. I know this is a difficult asana or pose. See what you can find here. Inhale, length. On your exhale, bring your left hand down. You're going to take that modified version of triangle. Turn your right toes out. Right arm up. Just finding big space here. Maybe you take your right arm up and over. You can stay here, or you can take half moon, practicing a little more balance. Keep your breath smooth. Step your feet together when you're done. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Reach up. Come into mountain. Reach up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back to plank. Take 5 deep breaths here in plank. One more inhale. And on your exhale, lower yourself down for shoulder roll. Take your left arm straight out. Use your right hand to roll yourself back to find a stretch in the front of your left shoulder. You can bring your right arm up if you like. Gently lift your head. Visualize your spine here. And try to find the right alignment with your neck. You don't want to be reaching with your jaw. Couple more breaths here. And then come back onto the front side of your body. Change sides. Take your right arm out and guide yourself back. So I have a bit of a shoulder injury on this side. I don't go back very far here. You always want to listen to your body. Never force it into anything when it doesn't feel quite right. So really tuning in and respecting that. Check in with your neck. Can you lift your head without clenching your jaw? Take another breath or two here. And come back out to the front side of your body. Push up to hands and knees. Take kneeling dog. Keep your hips stacked above your knees. Chest, chin, or forehead comes down towards the mat. Rise up. Come into downward dog. Walk out the backs of your legs here. This is going to be our last pass at downward dog. Take a little movement. Can you bend your knees, lift your tailbone, and press into your hands a little more? Walk your feet forward. Sit back. Lay back. Take bridge. Step your feet up close to your glutes. Lift your hips. Once your hips are up, you can start to fine tune. You want your toes and your knees to be pointing towards the front edge of your mat. Ankles stacked underneath if you can. Grab hands under your back. And then rock from side to side and get your shoulders under your back. Lift your hips. Push your hips up to the ceiling. Really strengthen the back side of your body here. Let go of your hands. Take a deep breath in, really lifting your hips up as high as you can. And then on your exhale, lower yourself down, starting at your neck. Bringing your hips down last. Bring the soles of your feet together. And just rest here. You stretch your arms out if you'd like to. If you need to slow your breath down and make it even and slow your mind down, bring your hands to your ribs and your belly and really focus on making your breath as smooth and deep as you can. So you want to bring air, feel the expansion happening down here in your belly and in your low ribs. Inhale and exhale, become balanced and linked. Breath is strong and smooth. Bring your knees together. And now we're going to, and I might turn this way so you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. You're going to let your knees go in like this. And you're going to let one fall in and then the other. So you might take your feet out a little wider towards the edge of your mat. Drop one knee in, and then you can cross your other foot on top of it to weigh it down. If you want more of that internal rotation and a big stretch in your quadriceps, reach for your foot and point your right knee, if your right knee is the one that's in, point it straight down. And change sides. I'm going to drop our left knee in, or the opposite knee in. Cross the opposite foot on top to weigh it down. Maybe that's good enough for you. If you want more, use your left hand to reach for your left foot. Pull your left foot up towards you and point your left knee straight down. And then once you've got your legs where you want them, you may want to take your arms up and lengthen through your side body. And release. Knees are bent. We're going to take a twist here. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. Take your legs down to the left. Stretch your right arm out and look over at your right hand. Come back to center. Unravel your legs. Center yourself on your mat. Cross your left leg up over right. Take them down the other way. Look down your left arm. Relax the hammies twist. Come back to center. Hug both knees into your chest. And see how tightly you can hug yourself. Maybe you can take opposite elbows. Once you're hugging yourself as tightly as you can, try to draw your shoulder blades down towards the mat. And then you can kind of rock from side to side if you want, really rounding out your low back. Let's take frog here while we're on our back. So frog is a little different than happy baby. You want to stack your knees right above your hips. Then extend your feet or extend your lower leg. Use your hands to kind of guide your knees open. So you're in a frog position with your ankles and feet flexed. And from here you can kind of rock from side to side. You're just going for a hip opener here, a hip stretch. Don't need to stay in this one very long. Let's go into happy baby from here. So in happy baby, knees come up. I like to reach for the outside edges of my feet so I can turn the bottoms of my feet towards the ceiling, but grab whatever you can grab down there. Pull, get your biceps strengthening while you pull your knees down towards the floor on each side of you. And you can rock here. Sometimes it's nice to stretch one leg out and then the other. Or you can start to become still here. Can you tuck your shoulder blades together under your back? Bring the soles of your feet together. Lower your legs down to the mat. Take a couple big deep breaths here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, relax your legs out for Shavasana. Inhale, reach with your arms. Then exhale, bring your arms down for Shavasana. Tuck your shoulder blades together under your back. As you move your head from side to side, take a couple big, deep breaths. Inhaling through your nose. Exhale. You can blow the air out. You can scream. However you want to release here. Take as many of these as you need to. And then just start to get more and more still. Find more release. Take just a few minutes in Shavasana here. If you're ready to come out of Shavasana, you can start to create a little movement. Bring awareness back and observe. Deepen your breath. And gently move onto your side and take a few breaths here. Help yourself come up to a comfortable seat. Thanks for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Take some more time for yourself throughout the day. And thank you.